Welcome to The Late Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. You know the old saying? You all know the old saying?
Yeah.
You probably know this. You know the old saying, mo money, mo problems?
Oh, yeah?
Well, if that's true, America is about to have a lot fewer problems, because Trump's economy is headed down the golden toilet to join all those nuggets. Due to his tariffs. Over half of U.S. companies say they will have to raise prices. What? What? No, not companies. That's where I get things. What am I supposed to do now? Make things? I don't know what they're made of. Well, at least some companies are giving us a warning. Nissan has told dealers that it won't raise prices until at least June 2nd. Woo! Thank God I stocked up. My pantry is always full of Altimas. Given this news, that's a great graphic. Given this news, it's no surprise that consumer confidence has hit a record low, and it's not just consumers. Last week, America lost its last AAA rating in its credit after a downgrade by the rating agencies Moody's. Well, of course they're going to give us a bad rating. They're Moody's. Why haven't we tried their competitor, Good Attitudes? So smart, think. The bad economy is even affecting people's love lives. According to a new study, nearly 2 in 3 Americans think frugality is an attractive trait. And a majority of Americans said using a coupon on a date is perfectly acceptable. Oh yeah, coupons are hot, y'all. And if you're feeling freaky, maybe a Groupon. Maybe all of us should take the pottery class. And Americans don't just like deals, they are horny for deals, because 28% of people in the study said frugality is sexy. That is going to give rise to a whole new type of pickup lines. Hey, sweet thing. Are you an old sofa sitting on a curb? Because I want to take you home and spray you down with Lysol. Girl, are you French fries from the table next to mine? Because once they leave, I want to put you in my mouth. Hey, baby, are you an old cookie tin? Because I want to fill you up with sewing supplies and use you till I'm dead. There's one guy, everybody, there's one guy out there who's really good at getting free stuff, and that's the president. And he just got something else, because a few hours ago, the U.S. formally accepted the luxury jet from Qatar for Trump. Yeah, I know. There's no stopping it now unless it's landing at Newark. And there you go. Yep, there you go. There it is. And he's not alone. Trump's love of free jets has evidently inspired Secretary of Homeland Security and woman whose body is full of macroplastics, Kristi Noem. Secretary Noem's been crisscrossing the country for photo ops and immigration raids, and she wants to travel in style because last-minute changes to the Coast Guard's proposed budget includes a request for a new $50 million luxury jet for Noem's personal use. What the hell is going on? First Trump, now Noem? Come on, guys, what's wrong with Greyhound? You know their motto, Greyhound, the bathroom door is meant to swing open like that. Smoosh. Yesterday, Secretary Noem testified at a Senate hearing where she was asked about habeas corpus, which is the foundational right dating back to English common law that says a person cannot be detained by the government without trial, because without habeas corpus, your government can just pop a bag over your head and drop you in a hole and nobody gets to say nothing. But evidently, Kristi Noem did not know that.
Secretary Noem, what is habeas corpus?
Well, habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country.
No, that is extra large wrong. Well, the First Amendment means Donald Trump is always first in line. The Second Amendment means he always gets seconds, and no one gets Miranda rights because he's more of a Charlotte. Wow. Up on Capitol Hill, Trump's been pushing his big, beautiful bill, and we learned today, was it today? We learned that Trump's dream of building a nationwide missile defense system that he calls the Golden Dome. Yes, gold. Because when I think impenetrable, I think of stuff that pirates can bend with their teeth. No, known for their dental hygiene, pirates. So, to promote the protected Golden Dome, yesterday Trump showed off some flashy posters in the Oval, including one with a quote emphasizing that this is a very dangerous world from renowned military analyst President Donald J. Trump. That is so stupid. And that's not just me saying it. That's a direct quote from Late Show host Stephen T. Colbert. There you go. Thank you. He also had a poster showing a detailed schematic of the Great Golden Dome, which protects the continental United States, but not evidently Alaska or Hawaii. I mean, well, they don't really need it. They're already protected by their fortified boxes. During the announcement, Trump talked about how America is finally worth defending.
Our country was cold as ice a year ago. And now we have the hottest country in the world. This is the hottest country in the world. We've went from being laughed at all over the world, and now we're the hottest country in the world by far.
Yes. In just 1 year, America got super hot. How did we do it?
The fat shot drug.
Wow. Trump also, yeah, it works. I think you're getting it. Trump also rambled on about the portraits on the walls of the Oval Office, including one of James Monroe, who is famous, of course, for the Monroe Doctrine, or as Trump put it.
You look over here, and above Ronald Reagan, you have Thomas Jefferson. That's Monroe from the Monroe document. What
do we got over here? We got Monroe from the Monroe document. I love that document almost as much as the United States constipation. What I'm saying is that I don't want to get ahead of my skis here. I appear to have early onset Dementos, the fresh maker. A lot of excitement. There's a lot of excitement going on right now in New York City because our very own New York Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. How long has it been? Yeah. 20, 25? And it's the first time in 25 years. Fans are so pumped. They were out on the streets last week dancing, climbing poles, and overturning Timothée Chalamet. No surprise, the Knicks are now the hottest ticket in town with the average price around $1,200 and courtside seats as high as $62,000. That's insane. For that kind of money, I want Karl Anthony Towns to carry me around in a baby Bjorn. That would be fun. On the court, go up there. Little sippy cup. Yeah. But if you're thinking of going to see the Knicks, beware, please. Governor Hochul is warning fans about playoff ticket scams, telling fans to be suspicious of unusually low prices and sellers pushing for untraceable payment methods. That is good advice. I've been trying to get tickets all week, and it is hard to know who to trust.
Knicks tickets, I got Knicks tickets.
Excuse me, stranger, I'm trying to do a monologue here. Are you one of those scammers?
Whoa, how dare you? I'm selling 2 courtside tickets right between Spike Lee and Frank Sinatra.
And that's for those that must be pretty good seats. That must be pretty good seats. I'm in. Let's see them.
Eh? 1,000 apiece.
Those are bananas.
Exactly. $1,000 for courtside is bananas.
Those don't encourage him.
Hey.
Those won't get me into the game.
Yeah, they will. There's a code on the other side. It takes you to a site where you enter your social security number and your mother's maiden name.
I'm not doing that.
Ah, you're right. It takes too long. Why don't you just tell it to me and I'll write it down? Go ahead.
That's a cucumber.
$500.
We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Natalie Portman and Coach Don Staley. But when we come back, it's summer fun, y'all. Stick around.